Hello, everyone. This is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel as I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And as I began to blaze this fire tonight, gather around and contribute your very powerful energy, whether it be a like, a share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, let's jump right into the messages to see what the higher energies have in store for us tonight. And the message that's speaking the loudest is coming from your spirit guides, your ancestor team, or your higher team, and they're in the fire, which suggests to me that whatever you're dealing with or undergoing at this time, you have their full support. And being that the clarity stone is right next to it, it's suggestive that what you see, the other world has their hand in ensuring that you have clarity with whatever clogs your vision, with whatever that is muddying your consciousness, whatever riddle that's in front of you. You have special agents on the other side here to ensure that you solve the puzzle. And this has more to do with the fact that you have nurtured this spiritual part of yourself. Or also what I'm seeing is that you are so highly spiritual and you've been in an envelope or a vortex or a void or a space where this energy is fueling the connection. You're not creating any fragmentation or distortion or interruption in your energy. And by you doing this, your refusal to lower your energy is advancing their level of participation, because these energies are being held in a container. And this container allows this relationship to be fueled in the midst of the fire. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. And as this energy is held, it's as if you're putting more wood on this blazing fire, and it's getting hotter and higher, and the flames are being lifted to a new level, another level, by you not allowing anyone or the flame to go out or to get too low where it ceases. And there's something about your consciousness, something about an issue or something puzzling you that you're refusing to let anyone distort you or interrupt you until you figure it out. There is an investment from the other side that wants you nurture an information system that helps you solve it. That's one level that I'm seeing here that's going on in the spirit world or the spirit realm. But the fire goes deeper. The blazing fire gets hotter because there is a line on my spread that separates consciousness in the other realm. And the first side is speaking about what you're becoming clear about, or what you desire to become clear about, that has their investment, that has their interest in pouring into you. But as I look to the deeper part of this, of the flame, of the spirit world, I can see your work, your devotion, your path to clarity, and your sophistication stone sitting in the fire. Oh my goodness. It's about the calm before the storm. There's something calming about this energy, though it is in the flames. These stones could not be here if there wasn't a high level of spiritual participation in you. These are very large stones These are some heavy hitters that are in the spirit world. That's just like your big joker, your little joker, your ace of spades, and your deuce are all in the spirit world, are all in your hands. And you know, like I know, you're taking the board. You're taking the board. And some of you, depending on where you are, you're going full Boston. The other players, the other team don't know what's in store for them, but you know you have the big players. You have the winning hand. The big joker here to me would be your life's work. What you're called to do, your purpose, the reason why you were born to this planet. A part of it has to do with spiritual work, ancestral work, you existing in the void, having a very deep relationship with the world of the spirit. You cannot work at this level and still consider yourself a human. On the idea of technicality, you can, but in the realm of the spirit, this suggests that you are a priestess, a high prophet, someone of high regards, of high status, that your work exists on this plane. And in 3D terms, that means that you're a problem solver. People come to you to solve the riddles that they are having in their world. You may get a lot of calls and have to counsel a lot of people about issues and situations because of your elevated energy. Your elevated work is in the world of the spirit, working overtime with the intangibles to help you figure out these problems for other people. And the little joker to me in your hand would be your sophistication stone. There's a level of science within you that helps assist you in the way you solve your problem. This is something more about the way you maneuver, your energetic style that has your energetic blueprint of high consciousness, high science that incorporates the math, that incorporates the energetic frequency of anything, anybody on any realm. This is probably the most movable player between the big joker and the little joker. You know, you might throw it out to get an extra book. You might play on your sophistication in order to solve the riddle. There's a little bit of flexibility in your intelligence. On a 3D level, that tells me there's no riddle, there's no puzzle, there's no mathematical equation that you cannot solve, period. It may take you a little time. It may take you drawing out the equations on a whiteboard, shutting out every single body in order to get to the solution. But the outcome is the answer. And that's a matter of fact. No questions asked. Because when you look at sophistication, numbers come out. Energies, frequencies come out. So it has to make sense. The math has the math. And you will not quit until the numbers align. There is a militancy here because you're excited about finding the answer. There is an investigator, an intuitive person that will not stop until the answer to the puzzle has been completed. Case closed. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Your ace of spades. Your ace is your devotion. Because there is a lightheartedness in all of this. There is a humility. There is a care for humanity. Not just that because your devotion stone is in the fire. You're not only devoted to the people, but there's something here that suggests that your community not only relies on the physical level, but the spiritual world as well. There has been so many experiences that has pulled on your heartstrings, that have put you in the corner, making you cry at night, making you stay up at night because your heart was so sensitive. Your heart was so invested in the matter. And people may have called you sensitive in the 3D. People may have called you a little bit strange because why do you care so much? Why are you so invested in issues that may not even be a part of your world, but something about your heart being in the fire will not let you see people die for something so trivial, for small matters. You will be able to go in any situation and create a solace, to create a peace treaty in order for people to stay together, in order for humanity to come together. And being that is in the fire, it lets me know it goes to the other world. Your heart is devoted to breaking generational curses because you're devoted to your family's lineage. You're devoted to your DNA, your heritage, your legacy, and you refuse to let it sink to a lower level. Your kids won't have to suffer the way that you did because you've devoted yourself to the spirit world in a way that allows you to circumvent any situation that comes your way. And you will chalk it up as something lighthearted, and you will feel good. That's why you will never feel depleted in this line of work when it comes to matters of the heart. You will be fueled. You will be energized. Even if this is attached or connected to your line of work, considering in the 3D, something heartfelt. You might work with people. You might work with children. You might work with, as a therapist, psychologist, humanitarianism. That's what I'm seeing for some of you in the field of helping people. But it doesn't feel like work because it fuels you. It motivates you. Connecting you to the spirit world and seeing the transformation happen in the 3D. Period. We're down to the deuce. This card is signified by your path to clarity. You see, the original stone that the ancestors spoke to was your clarity stone. But in order to get clarity, you have to go on a path. There is a road that you have to take in order to get to the answer. And being that this stone is in the fire, this suggests that your path comes to you in your dreams, in your visions, through your intuition. The deuce is like a wild card. You play it when you need it. And reverse on the opposite side, the other world send messages to you when you need it. The way I'm reading these cards, it works on both levels, on two sides. Because your dreams and your visions, what I'm seeing is that it may not come to you very vividly every single night. But if there's a situation that's brewing up for you, the other world would give you a sign before it hits the 3D, and they will show you in your dreams. You may randomly get hit with a very profound dream. Very random, it may seem. Very spontaneous. But lo and behold, a day later, 2 days later, 3 days later, this issue or these people that you saw in your dream will show up at your front door. Someone will call you about the matters that you just saw And you're asking what the hell is going on. This is the truth of the situation that you're in. And they will funnel to you information so that you can be prepared ahead of time. It doesn't mean you can escape the experiences that show up at your front door like an Amazon package. No, you will get the package. They will send you an informed notice. They're saying to me that's the best they got for you right now. That's the best they can do for you. And it works for you. And it's fitting for you. It may make you feel like you're crazy. It may make you feel like there's no way in hell I have this level of intuitive power. But I'm here to say this is indeed true. It is showing up in the cars analogy and in the stones verifying it. But it all, no matter what card you have in your hand that you're willing to play, action is in store for you, and that also is in the fire. There is a confidence. You know that you have the winning hand. You know what cards are in your hand. There is a knowingness, a security that grounds you to be able to sit at the table with demons, dark energies, manipulative people, leaders, powerful people, healthy people. No matter how the energy show up in your world, you know what you have. You know who you are, and you know what you got. And your ancestors and your spirit guides are saying the very thing that you saw initially is what's in store for you. And you don't have to bluff. And you don't have to cheat. You will win. Period. Very charged message. I can't even tell you the amount of sweat that is coming from my palms right now. And if you stayed with me in this very blazing message that was well off into the fire, please be sure to like, to share, to subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, I'm going to shift the energy to see what other messages the higher energy has in store for us tonight. And what I'm feeling called is about your clarity. What issue or what situation that is in front of you that is puzzling you to the point where the higher energies are fueling you up and supporting you in this way. What is this situation about? Oh, good news. And in terms of this clarity stone, the cards that came out were good news, refusal, heritage, resilience, and spiritual guidance. And what I'm downloading here is that there is something in your energy that will not allow you to settle for anything less than what you deserve. But something about what you're seeking here lets me know that you refuse to allow energies to just move, to just wither you away or just whisk you away. You have a more participating energy in your life's course, in your life's decision, in matters of your life. And I can tell because this clarity stone is in the fire. You refuse to be docile. You refuse to be sedentary about where you're going and who you're becoming. And what you're seeking clarity on in the midst of this current situation has to do with something surrounding your movement forward. Something here is serving as a boulder, an obstacle, or something that's very difficult that's outside of you. Some of you may have been hit by a situation by people close to you that has impacted your world. I'm seeing a pool table. When you hit one ball and the other ball hits another ball and the other ball hits another ball and goes in the socket. This may not be an issue that is yours individually, but something about something close to you or next to you in proximity that has landed in your world, and you refuse to allow this situation to be abandoned, to allow this situation to fall on deaf ears. You chose to take on this task. And by you doing so, it has sinked you into a vortex to where you can't get out, like a tunnel. But lo and behold, as the energies are flowing, you're starting to feel the energy spread or align itself in a positive direction, giving you good news, giving you good energies that lets you know you made the right decision. Because the higher message is saying that this wasn't only for you, this was for your heritage. By you making the choice to say yes, to handle this situation, it has given you a clearance, a security pass to access a different level of resilience in you to circumvent, to clear out certain traumas, curses, wounds that has been prevalent in your history, in your heritage. What I'm seeing here has more to do with a history. Something showing up in your world from generations. Oh, give me 1 second, guys. I'm getting a download. And what I'm getting is self-sacrificing. There is a continuous story in your history that perpetuates a cycle of self-sacrificing, giving yourself up to serve others, sacrificing the spiritual and intuitive part of yourself to serve and meet the demands of people around you who need support, who need people. But as the spirits are guiding you through me, they're saying that you aren't repeating this cycle. You are breaking down the intricate part of how to honor yourself and to serve others without compromising the highest part of yourself, which is your spiritual body, which is your connection with the spirit world. You've learned boundaries. You've learned how to separate what you can do and what you cannot do. You're not afraid of articulating that. People in your world have conditioned you to sacrifice this part of yourself because that's all you have seen. But you refused. And something about you accepting the situation in your world while also refusing to self-sacrifice, it lets me know you're balancing out your energies on an ancient level that has been cycling through your family's heritage, your spiritual lineage, to say no and to say yes at the same time. But you are saying yes with standards. You're saying yes with boundaries. I can do this to a certain point. You're not saying yes 100%. You're saying yes with conditions. That's what the Spirit has guided you. That's the spiritual guidance you have been given, and you're honoring that in this situation that you're quite invested in. This case that you're quite invested in is securing this makeup for you, is doing wonders, forwards and backwards, cross-dimensionally. That's the message. That's the download. And I've stayed in the fire way too long. I don't even know where I am. I need to get out of here before I get lost in the midst of this. Thank you all for joining me and contributing your very powerful energy. And with that being said, if you stayed with me thus far through this blazing fire, please be sure to like, to share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, I'm going to close out tonight's healing circle, and I will see you all at the next.